Listen up, we've got some massive Celtic news today, and trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. Chris Sutton's had a right go at a couple of the boys. Rodgers is already backing a new star who could explode at Paradise. And the gaffer's just revealed something huge about his own career. And the last one's the biggest of the lot. Big shout out to everyone who's been commenting and showing love on the channel. You're absolute legends. These were the top commenters from last week. James Brooks, always dropping brilliant comments. Cheers, mate. Robert C., thanks for the support and for joining the convo. Billy Noon E., appreciate you for jumping in and backing the channel. You lot smashed it last week. Who's going to make it onto next week's list then, eh? Don't forget to leave your comments. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Here we go again. Chris Sutton with another cracker, and this time he's not pulling any punches. He's thrown the spotlight right on 2 of our lads, Reo Hatate and Dyson Maeda, telling them it's time to wake up and show the Celtic spirit. We all know they've got buried somewhere under those quiet performances. Sutton, as always, cuts right to the bone, doesn't he? The man bleeds green and white, so when he talks, ye listen. Now, he's not slating them for the sake of it. Far from it. What he's saying makes sense. This team right now needs its warriors, its backbone, and that means the big names stepping up when the going gets tough. He's mentioned Kalmak, Carter Vickers, Scales, Johnston, and Hatate, saying these boys are the tried and tested, the ones Brendan Rodgers will rely on to steady the ship when the storms start hitting. And let's face it, Glasgow's been nothing but storms lately, on and off the park. But Hatate, what's happened to the lad? When he first landed, we all thought he'd be off to England for tens of millions easy. He looked like the full package, slick touch, vision, that calmness under pressure. Now he's been off the boil for a while, missing that spark, that fire. Maybe he's stuck in a rut. Maybe he thought he'd be gone by now, but either way, Sutton's right. It's time for a reset. No more drifting, no more excuses. It's time to earn that jersey again. And Deason, our wee madman who runs like he's powered by Iron Brew and Thunder. He's been unlucky with the injury, but when he's on the pitch, we need more end product. The energy's brilliant. Nobody doubts that, but we need goals, assists, chaos, the kind that sends defenses spinning. Sutton's message is clear. No more coasting. Time to start delivering again. Because, let's be honest, Celtic's not been at their best lately. There's frustration brewing in the stands. European nights haven't gone to plan. And with Hearts sitting top of the table, every single game matters now. Sutton's just voicing what a lot of folk are thinking. It's time for the big players to show why they wear the badge. And as we head into Dundee away, Europa League midweek, and Hearts next Sunday, this is make or break stuff. Rodgers needs his leaders, not passengers. It's time to see who's got the fight for paradise and who's just along for the ride. So here's what I want to know from you, and be honest about it. Do you still believe Hatate and Maeda can rediscover their fire and carry this Celtic team forward? Or is it time Brendan Rodgers starts looking elsewhere for his magic makers? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jar it. Laldi till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic duffs. Let's talk about this one. Arne Engels. The same lad some folk are now calling the Bobby Clark type player. Though, if you ask me, he's more than that. He's a player who just needs a spark to light up Parkhead again. You know, sometimes it's not about signing the next big thing. It's about getting the one you've already got back to his best. So here's the story. The comparisons between Engels and Bobby Clark are flying around everywhere, especially after the data heads over at FBref notice they're pretty similar in style. Proper modern midfielders. Dynamic, creative, full of energy. The difference? Engels has already shown what he can do in a Celtic shirt. 10 goals and 13 assists last season. No too shabby, even if a few came from the spot. You could feel the excitement every time he got on the ball. He brought that spark, that creativity we crave in the middle of the park. But let's not sugarcoat it. This season's been a different story. No goals and just 1 assist in 12 matches. You can almost see the frustration written on his face, can't you? It's like the confidence has taken a wee knock, and that's where Brendan Rodgers comes in. Because we've spent 11 million quid on the boy. That's serious money, more than we'd need to bring in Clark from Derby. So instead of splashing another 6 million on Aish, maybe, Rodgers needs to get this lad ticking again. And honestly, it's not that Engels has turned into a bad player overnight. Sometimes it's about rhythm, mindset, and a wee bit of luck. Remember, Parkhead's not the easiest place for a young player when things aren't going well. The pressure, the expectations, well, it can chew you up. But when it clicks, it's magic. You can feel the crowd lift him, the songs start flowing, and suddenly he's everywhere again. Driving forward, threading passes, running the show. I like that Antonio Mango, the U23 scout, said he's going to thrive here. That tells me there's belief. And honestly, I share it. You don't score 10 and assist 13 in your debut season if you're not a real talent. Engels just needs to rediscover that fearless streak, the one that makes him take risks, try the unexpected, and boss the midfield like he did when he first came through the door. And that's the thing about Celtic. We don't throw lads away after one dip in form. We lift them. We've seen it time and time again. A wee rough patch, a bit of coaching, and suddenly you've got another hero in the making. So here's the question for you, my friend. Should Rodgers keep faith in Arnie Engels and build him back into the star we know he can be? Or would you rather see Celtic spend big again on another young midfielder like Bobby Clark, risking another hit to the budget? Hit that subscribe button, ladders. Let's argue it loudly till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Now, this one's quite something, isn't it? Brendan Rodgers is just the gaffer himself, talking about legacy and not in that usual next big move kind of way. Now, this time it's about something far deeper. He's not chasing another flashy job down south or dreaming of managing one of those so-called massive clubs. What the man wants, plain and simple, is to hit 1,000 games as a manager. 1,000. Can you imagine? That's proper old school stuff. That's Ferguson, Wenger, real longevity, not the quick flash careers you see these days. Right now, he's about to take charge of his 810th match this weekend against Dundee. And when he said that number out loud, you could see the pride in his face. It's that quiet kind of pride, the one that says, I've been through the fire, I've built something, and I'm still standing. He told the BBC that his goal started all the way back when he was just a young boss at Watford, sitting in the crowd at one of those League Managers Association events, watching legends get inducted into the 1,000 Club. He said he sat there thinking, wow, imagine that. And you know what? That sums him up. Rodgers has that drive. He's ambitious, but not in a glory-hunting way. It's about resilience, perseverance, and maybe, just maybe, proving a few people wrong along the way. You don't survive 800 games in management from Watford to Liverpool, Leicester, and now back home at Celtic without a bit of steel about you. Now, here's the twist, though. Will he actually hit that milestone here at Celtic? That's the big question. His contract's up at the end of the season, and let's be honest, the rumours have been swirling louder than a gale blowing down Sucky Hall Street in November. Folk are wondering if he's eyeing another chapter or if he's going to settle in and build a long-term legacy here in Paradise. He's already got 200 wins in the green and white across both spells, and that's no small thing. That's consistency, that's stability, and love him or moan about him, you can't deny the man knows how to win. But at Celtic, you're always one result away from folk asking questions, aren't you? Like, that's just the nature of it. Still, the way he talks about this 1,000-game dream, you get the feeling there's still a fire in him for this club, for this challenge, for Scotland. So maybe, just maybe, the story's not done here yet. Maybe Rodgers gets that 1,000th game while still leading the hoops out at Paradise, with Calmac lifting trophies beside him and Deason terrorizing defenders. But let me throw this one at you, pal. Do you think Brendan Rodgers should stay long enough at Celtic to hit that 1,000 game milestone and cement his legacy in green and white? Or is it time for the club to start thinking about the next chapter before the story turns sour? Hit like, hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's guy it lardy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts.